Angel Reese did things last night I'm not sure we've ever seen on a basketball court. I was like, is this real? Did this happen?
Angel Reese just endured a game she'd rather erase from memory, one of the toughest performances of her career. But it wasn't just about the stats. From questionable decisions to unnecessary aggression, she looked completely out of sync, leaving fans and analysts stunned. Nothing clicked, and as the game slipped further out of reach, her frustration became impossible to ignore.
The Lunar Owls crushed the Rose BC, and Angel, well, she did some rather interesting things on the court. And Napheesa Collier, well, look now, one thing we could say, they are not afraid of Angel Reese and the Rose BC, because after hitting the game-winning shot, Napheesa had some real words towards Angel Reese.
But the real story of the night? Napheesa Collier wasn't having any of Reese's antics, and she made sure everyone knew it. If you're looking for a masterclass in shutting down a trash talker, you're in the right place. Stick around as we break down every moment that left Reese exposed, not just as a player struggling on the court, but as someone more, focused on theatrics than actual basketball. And trust me, the numbers don't lie.
Angel Reese looks like a very dirty move under the basket.
First spot, draws two, sling it, Reese!
Angel Reese hit the court with her usual confidence, looking to make a statement. But from the opening minutes, things went south fast. Instead of stepping up as a leader, she got lost in the theatrics, focusing more on flash than fundamentals. Reckless passes, poor shot selection, and costly mistakes piled up, hurting her team more than helping. What was supposed to be a standout performance quickly turned into a game to forget.
She's going to go in, and then after she hits it, she's going to bark her head off at Angel Reese.
Eight to shoot, Tiggins Smith, matched up by Gray.
Right there,
to the ball. Collier
game winner, look at her. She's talking mad shit.
Queen Bee,
mad shit.
Angel Reese was on Napheesa Collier, giving her a bunch of frustrating bombs.
Now, let's talk numbers, because they're almost unbelievable. Reese racked up 7 turnovers. Yes, 7. And these weren't just minor mistakes. We're talking about some of the most head-scratching errors you'll ever see at the pro level. At one point, she launched a pass straight into the backboard, grabbed her own rebound like she was playing a game of solo catch, then just stood there stunned, as if she couldn't believe what had just happened. It was the kind of moment that left fans cringing, analysts speechless, and social media in a frenzy.
Angel Reese rebounded her own pass. I saw this and was like, this can't be real. Angel Reese thought she was playing dodgeball out there.
Reese's overconfidence turned into her biggest downfall as she forced up some of the worst shot attempts imaginable, clanking brick after brick with no rhythm in sight. And when her shooting failed, she resorted to pure physicality, trying to turn the game into a wrestling match. Instead of focusing on basketball, she spent more time shoving and body-checking Napheesa Collier, hoping to throw her off her game. But Collier, she wasn't fazed. In fact, she had the perfect response, and it showed on the scoreboard.
Angel was 8 for 16 for 17 points, 10 boards last night, 7 damn turnovers. Napheesa Collier right here, 7 of 16. She had 16 points, 9 rebounds, but she had the most important thing, the game winner last night.
But here's where things got really entertaining. Instead of taking the bait, Napheesa Collier showed exactly why she's a true pro. She stayed locked in, focused, and let her game do all the talking. While Reese wasted energy trying to rattle her with physical play, Collier had the perfect response. She torched her on the scoreboard. Possession after possession, she made. Reese pay, proving once again that skill and composure will always outshine empty theatrics.
I mean, Angel Reese is out there looking like a UFC fighter.
If you're a hoops fan, if you're a basketball fan, and you watch this, I don't give a shit if you are an Angel Reese fan. You can't tell me this is not egregious.
They're doing everything they have to do to sell this.
Angel Reese's desperation hit an all-time high in one of the most awkward defensive plays of the game. Trying to muscle her way into position, she completely lost her balance and hit the floor, flopping like a bad actor. In a low-budget movie, the best part? The refs weren't buying it. No whistle, no foul, Just an embarrassing moment that had fans shaking their heads and social media having a field day.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion. She has no skills. She knows that she's not a very good basketball player. That's why she spends so much time half naked and taking pictures and promoting things that have nothing to do with basketball.
Social media wasted no time roasting Reese for her over-the-top flop. Fans quickly pointed out the irony. She prides herself on being a tough, physical player, yet crumbled to the floor the moment it suited her. It was yet another harsh reminder that while Reese loves playing the villain, she struggles when the pressure is on. Instead of stepping up and proving her dominance, she leaned into theatrics, only making herself look even more out of place.
This is Angel Reese, the content creator side. It's pretty clear basketball is her top priority. I cannot imagine how anybody could view this athlete in any other way. It's clear basketball is front and foremost. This is all helping with things like shooting better from the field and missing layups. She has no rhythm, just like she can't make a layup. Practice layups. Only fans incoming.
Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier stayed locked in, completely unfazed by the chaos. She didn't need the theatrics. Her game spoke for itself. While Reese flailed around and made headlines for all the wrong reasons, Collier put on a clinic, scoring with ease and proving exactly why she's one of the league's best. Every time Reese tried to rattle her, Collier answered with pure basketball excellence. And just when it seemed like Reese's night couldn't get any worse, she delivered one final, laughable mistake. With a chance to help her team mount a comeback, she crumbled under pressure, panicking and throwing a pass straight into the hands of an opponent. Another turnover, another wasted possession, and yet another moment of pure humiliation.
I think Angel's more concerned about being an influencer, content creator, over being a better basketball player. This was her taking pictures, hanging out with some rappers and producers, etc.
You think you could get a bucket in this format, full court 3-on-3?
You don't think I can get a bucket?
Yeah.
If Angel Reese on my team, yeah.
By the final buzzer, the difference between the two players was undeniable. Napheesa Collier played like a true leader, poised, disciplined, and unstoppable when it counted. Angel Reese, on the other hand, let emotions take control, unraveling under pressure. For Reese, this wasn't just an off night. It was a harsh reality check. She's built a reputation on bold talk and flashy antics, but games like this prove why she's still far from the league's elite. She wants to be in the same conversation as Collier and Caitlin Clark, but the gap in skill, composure, and leadership was crystal clear. This wasn't just another loss, it was a moment of truth. And for Reese, the only thing she truly walked away with was a painful reminder that talk means nothing without results.
You gotta see this clip. Runs down court with the basketball, 3-4 steps ahead of everybody, has an easy layup, and throws it to the girl behind her. No skills.
So Lexi Hull's right here, right? She's going to come out here. She gets the ball, going to pass it into Angel. Look at this, folks. That's Lexi Hull. Wide ass open. Does she get the ball? Angel not only did not pass the ball back out to Lexi Hull, but she missed another freaking layup.
Angel Reese, true to form, wasted no time shifting into damage control mode. Instead of taking ownership of her reckless play and poor performance, she deflected the blame, pointing fingers at everyone but herself, the refs, her teammates, the coaching staff, even the court itself. Everything was at fault except the one person truly responsible for her disastrous night. It was classic Reese behavior. Talk tough, play recklessly, and when things don't go her way, avoid accountability and play the victim.
To keep going, it's hard. Like, it is hard. To live my life isn't easy. And I don't want to get emotional, but like, that's why I put the work in every day. Cause like, there are little girls that look up to me. There are the college girls that look up to me. And just being able to be an inspiration every day. So that's why I just try to keep going through all the negativity. At 22, it's hard living this life, but I'm grateful. I'm blessed. And I'm lucky to be around this group, and being here in Arrival has just been the best thing for me.
Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier and the Lunar Owls were celebrating. And for good reason. Collier did what true leaders do, stayed focused, played smart, and stepped up in the clutch. No need for drama or trash talk. Her performance said it all. While Reese was arguing with refs and losing her composure, Collier was leading her team with poise and precision. And when the moment came to shut the door on Reese's night, she delivered the game-winning shot, capping it off with a celebration Reese couldn't ignore. Next Vios, next Vios, and let's not forget social media. It wasted no time roasting Reese's meltdown. The memes started flooding in almost instantly, with fans clowning everything from her 7 turnovers to her missed layups and that brutal final possession. Some even joked that she was on a mission to set a record for the most embarrassing plays in a single game. One tweet summed it up perfectly. Angel Reese talks like she's Shaq, but plays like a YMCA hooper who just learned the rules. Others pointed out the same glaring issue. Her game leans more on aggression than actual skill, and this performance only reinforced that. But here's the real problem. The WNBA is watching. Coaches, analysts, and even her own teammates are starting to recognize the pattern. Her reckless style isn't winning games, improving her skill set, or earning respect from the league's top stars. Instead, it's making her a liability. If she doesn't evolve her game soon, she might find herself getting fewer minutes. Or worse, fading into irrelevance as just another overhyped player who never lived up to the talk.
3 weeks into the season and Unrivaled is struggling to sell out a studio that seats 800 people?
At some point, TNT Sports is going to be like, we ain't making no money because we ain't got no ratings. And I mean, they don't have any ratings, and she's not pulling them. She had a game last Saturday, didn't even make 80,000 viewers. This person said you complain about everything. Professional life is different, and you can't seem to handle it.
Let's be real. This was supposed to be Angel Reese's moment. She entered the WNBA with sky-high expectations, hyped as a game changer who would bring energy, attitude, and dominance to the league. But here's the truth. Being a star takes more than just confidence. It requires skill, discipline, and leadership, none of which Reese displayed in this game. Instead, she put on a performance that was sloppy, reckless, and at times, downright embarrassing. Meanwhile, Napheesa Collier didn't need trash talk or theatrics to prove she's one of the best. She stayed composed, played smart, and delivered when it counted. While Reese got caught up in the drama, Collier let her game do the talking, beating her where it mattered most, on the scoreboard.